Hey, how's it going? I got a pickup video here. Hopefully everyone checked out my MAGFest video. Unfortunately, I got back from MAGFest on Monday, and then Tuesday I jumped right into a 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift, and it was rough sleeping-wise. However, I was a busy little beaver here picking up games. I don't know, I have like 40 games here. Maybe not quite that much, but it's a big pile of stuff here. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and show off what we got here. The first one here is from a buddy at work. He has upgraded to the Xbox One and PS4, and so I think his girlfriend was making him get rid of some stuff. And he had already given me a couple of 360 games, which I passed on. But then he gave me Medal of Honor Airborne and Lego Star Wars 2, the original series, the original trilogy. So I'll probably pass these on again to my buddy. He has some kids and stuff, so but they were just free, and so I'm never one to turn down gifts, so that was very nice. Next thing is from a pawn store here, like everything else is in my usual stuff. First thing is Harvest Moon DS Cute. I paid $5 for this, which is a little bit more than I want to pay for DS games, but it's Harvest Moon, which I really enjoy, and I don't know if I'll play this one. It might be a little too cute, but I think you can only be a girl. Yeah, girls want farming fun too. So there goes some Cyndi Lauper for you. But also at that same pawn store was GoldenEye for the 64. This was only $1. And at first when I saw a 64 game on the shelf, I was like, oh man, you know, I missed out. It's just like wrestling. But to see that it was GoldenEye made me wonder, I think it was the only one there. I can't imagine someone leaving this one, so especially for $1. So picked it up for $1. Next is from again, another pawn store. I think this is from a Super Pawn at Cash America. And first one for $1 was Dynasty Warriors 3 Extreme Legends. I know there's some stickers I'm going to have to peel off, but I'm trying to get all the Dynasty Warriors games on the PS2, and I didn't have this one yet. Right, yeah, I didn't have this one yet. I'd have to do a quick inventory. I know there's a couple of these little spin-off ones, Extreme Legends, Empire, stuff like that I need to find. But cool to find one I didn't have. It is complete, which is always good. Next, from the same pawn store, but it was a different day, I picked up a couple things. I paid $5 total. The first thing is a new Super Mario Bros. For the DS. I paid $3 for that. Final Fantasy 1 and 2, Dawn of Souls, which I already have this, but it was $1, so I picked it up. And then PS2 RPG, which is cool to find. Xenosaga 2. I already have this, but mine is missing the manual, so it's good to have one complete now. I started the Xenosaga series one time, the first one, and of an hour of gameplay, I probably physically played 15 minutes. It was cutscene after cutscene, which they all looked really cool, but you know, after you sit there for an hour with not playing, it gets boring. So I haven't tried it again. Maybe at some point here I'll give it another shot. But it's cool to upgrade mine to a complete game. Next, I paid $10 total, and here is where I missed out on 64 games and picked up the trash. And I got, for $1 each, Mickey's, oh my god, if I can hold these. Come on now. Alright, Mickey Mouse Speedway, and WCW NWO Revenge. I know I have this one. I'm not sure if I have Mickey or not. I've just recently re-inventorying all my games, so I have an accurate list. I may not have Mickey Speedway yet, but I do have WCW vs. NWO. But I picked up a ton of PS2 games. I thought they had just some decent titles, and they were all $1 each. The first one is Capcom's Classics Collections Volume 2. I believe I have the first one, so it's cool to have number 2 now. A ton of fighting games here, which is not common for me, but like I said, I thought they were all decent games, and they were all complete and in good condition. Street Fighter Alpha Anthology. God Hand, which I've never heard of. Guilty Gear XX Core. I had just picked up that Guilty Gear X2 from MAGFest. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. Another Guilty Gear X2. Again, it was $1 complete, so one of these will be traded off. And then lastly, A game actually I already have, but this is Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. It took me forever to find this game. I finally picked one up at MGC last year. I think for $5 or $8, I can't remember. And here I found it for $1, so I just figured somebody would want it. I already have it. I do want to play it though. I liked Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I haven't played Rechain of Memories yet. Next, we'll do some more PS2 games. Why not? This was a decent round. These were $2 a piece, which for the games, the one game I got here, I was totally excited about paying $2 for. The rest of them, Sonic Unleashed. I don't really know anything about the game. I just picked it up because it was Sonic. Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, which I'm very excited about because that will complete my Tony Hawk Black Label games. Ta-da! All done, all 8 of them or something. So that's cool to complete. And then lastly, which was the best one in this lot here, is the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I have the Mega Man X collection, so it's cool to find just the original ones. So really excited to play that. Next is some crap, and this was this is the Super Pond that I really like going to. I go probably 2 or 3 times a week. It's on my way to work, and I always ask if they have old stuff. This time the guy actually went back and looked, and nothing too great, but it was really all their garbage that they couldn't sell, and so I'll just go ahead and go through them really quick. Got a couple of Atari games, which I didn't really want, but you just threw them in. I paid $13 total for everything here for this lot, so I mean, not like it was anything, you know, to whine about. But Yar's Revenge, Moon Patrol, which is a super frustrating arcade game. That game makes me angry. And then Space War. Those are all for Atari. See, Sega Genesis totally scratched up the Jungle Book. For the Super Nintendo, here we'll do NES first. I got Goonies 2, that is graffitied all over it. I don't think I have this game yet though, so I'll try to clean that up and add that in. The Super Nintendo, again, nothing great. We got Hal's Hole-in-One Golf, which I didn't have yet. And then Bass Tournament of Champions, which I didn't have that one either. So not a huge deal, nothing too exciting. Some common 64 games, a totally beat up WWE 2000, which when I first looked I thought somebody had handwritten in poop, but it's totally beat up. The back's not terrible, maybe I'll switch that out with something. A Bug's Life, which I think I already have. WWF No Mercy, I'm pretty sure I have. And then Madden 99, I think everyone has. So, and then last 2 64 games here, we got WCW NWO Revenge, which it's cool, it's in the hard case and a manual, but the manual is wet and beat to hell. The game itself's in pretty decent condition, but I think I had already picked one up earlier in this pickup video, so now I have like 3 or 4 of these things. And then lastly, and really the reason I bought the lot, was Donkey Kong 64. And of course I saw this one sticking out because it's yellow, but so he brings this whole stack out, and I ask him how much, and the manager's right next to us, and he kind of takes a quick look and goes, bah. He's like, $1 each, I don't care. And so I'm like, okay, you know, I'll do $1 each. And I kind of do a better look, and I see the Atari games, and I'm like, well, I don't really want those. I was like, would you do 10 for everything? And so I'm not even talking to the manager, I'm talking with the sales rep here, but the manager's right there, and he kind of looks over, and he's like, yes, yes, yes. Oh, he's like, and then he pulls this one out, he's like, this one's not $1. And I was like, you just told me it was $1. He's like, not that one. And I'm like, all right, well, I was like, well, how much is it? And he's like, $5. And so I settled on $13 for everything, but I'm like, all right, like, you put up a stink and just added $4. Like, I don't know, I was a little annoyed that he changed the price anyway, but then when he changed it to like the $4, I was like I'd insulted him that it was $1, and then he only made it, you know, $4 extra, and I was like, all right, whatever. So anyway, I picked those up. I mean, a handful of those games I didn't have, but like I said, it was mostly just bottom feeder stuff. I'll probably be trading off that Donkey Kong 64, but then at Easy Pawn, I don't know why I really picked this up. It was $1, but it was Batman for the Game Boy. I believe it's just a port from the NES. but I could be wrong on that. But it was $1, so pick that up. Hopefully you can see it. Just a couple things left here. I've got Lego Batman, the video game, complete. I have this for the PS2, which I really enjoy. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. So here, I forgot, I paid $10 for this lot. It was 3 DS games. 2 of them work. One of them I think is a bootleg and does not work. So I paid $10 and took the chance. So this one's complete. I forgot about this. Harvest Moon DS, just loose here. Not to be confused with Cute, but just Harvest Moon. And then the last one, Super Mario 64 DS. And it has actually written on it, you probably won't be able to see it, but it says doesn't work. And so they knew and I knew going in it doesn't work. I was just hoping maybe just something that needed to be cleaned. And so, but obviously I couldn't check it until I got home. It doesn't really fit that great. It's a little tight going in, and then it doesn't read. So I kind of think it's a bootleg. It looks like a pretty good label. I'm obviously not an expert on bootleg DS games, but that's kind of what my guess is that it's a bootleg and just doesn't work. So a little disappointed that that doesn't work, but $5 each for DS games is a little more than I wanted to pay, but I thought it was worth the risk. If the Mario 64 DS worked. So next I got a couple of Wii games. This is from the same pawn store, but 2 different days. The first one is Wii Play Motion. This was $4, and the lady told me $3 when we were at the glass counter or the shelves, going through it, and I'm like, $3, I'll pay for that. I don't have it yet. These are the kind of games that my wife will play. These little kind of fun party game stuff. So I think it was worth $3. So I go up to the counter with it, and she tells me $4.16 with tax, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm like, $4.16? I'm like you told me it was $3, and she's like, yeah, $3.99. And I'm like, well, that's not $3, that's $4. But I went ahead and paid it. I mean, I could have told her no, but maybe I should have just out of principle. But I felt like $4 was still worth it. So $4. Lastly, from that pawn store, I picked up WarioWare Smooth Moves. This was $4. They originally had this sitting for like $10 or $15, and it was like on a shelf behind the counter, like so no one could like argue with the price. But it sat there forever, and finally got thrown in with the rest of their Wii games, and then I bought it for $4. So I doubt anyone noticed that I waited until it was like a normal price, but I hope they did. I hope they're like, oh, maybe we just set the prices normally. People will buy our stuff. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm sure the lesson is lost though on them. So I didn't realize this was a 1-player game. I was thinking it'd be fun little party games too, but it's just a single-player game. So that's a little disappointing. But $4. Lastly, I know this was a ton of stuff, and I've probably been going through fast because I can't actually see how long I've been doing this video. I picked up a couple games. My very first Vita game, and I picked up a 3DS game. First, for the 3DS was Super Mario 3D Land, and they had to look this price up, and she told me it was $6, and I was like, that is actually very reasonable. So I picked it up for $6, and then for $5, they had this listed at $5. It is Persona 4 Golden on the PS Vita. I hope we'll see if you can see this. Chances are no, but the reason I picked these up is I am having a contest. I've made a ton of friends. I've had a lot of great people commenting, supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. I haven't done a contest in a long time. So I'm going to draw 2 winners. All they have to do is just comment on the video. And my question is who is your favorite Mega Man Robot Master? There's a ton of Mega Man games. So just comment down there what your favorite one is. That puts you in to win either Super Mario 3D Land or Persona 4 for the Vita. Like I said, I'll pick out 2 winners, and whoever, I guess the first place will choose which one they want, and the other one will go to second place. So get your Mega Man Robot Masters in, and thanks again. In May, it'll be 2 years that I've been on YouTube. I know my video output has been slowed down, but that's just what happens, with my daughter getting a little bit older. I also have some big news. I have a little boy on the way who is due July 8th. And so, we're kind of getting everything ready for that. Definitely exciting news for all of us. But again, I just want to say thank you. As of now, I mean, I have no intentions of stopping collecting or doing videos. Just time-wise, it's just a little bit harder to record and edit. So very excited though. Thank you again for almost 2 years of just having a lot of fun and being a part of the community. So thanks again. What's that, Sophie?
Got my purple blanket.
Yes, you can go get your purple blanket.